AWE True Dual Exhaust 6.2 ZR2 Silver. God, there's so many. It's an exhaust install. It's happening today. And we got JayzTwoCents because it's his truck.
And I'm too lazy to do it by myself.
Ha! Today's video is brought to you by Lethal Garage Synthetics. If you guys didn't know, I've been an AMSOIL dealer for over 6 years and personally run AMSOIL products in my car, from engine oil, trans fluid, rear gear, brake fluid, etc. Have it all, even their coolant. And if you guys are looking to change your oil or change any of the fluids in your car and want to look for the best product available, hit the link down below in the description. You can sign up as a preferred customer, save 25% off on all of your orders, and on top of that, you can get free shipping. So check it out, hit the link below, and let's get to the video. What's going on? Matt here, Lethal Garage, JayzTwoCents. You guys don't know Jay? I just call him Jay, but
that's what
you
that's
get. It's funny how many people still comment on the Dodge videos.
Or they call me Mr.
Dude, you know Jay? I know Jay. If you guys didn't know, Jay got a new truck. So he used to have a Dodge.
It was a Ram.
We both had. Sorry, we both had Rams.
Separate company.
I swear.
That's the second time I copied.
I was like, Jay, I got a truck, and he's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, why? And he's like, I'm looking at new trucks too.
Yep.
Yeah, and so not even what, 3 days? 2 days after?
I think it was like a week. No, I don't even think it was a whole week.
It was a couple days.
Yeah.
It was a couple days after I got my Trail Boss, which is over there. He's like, he had one up me and get a ZR2.
I was already shopping ZR2s.
Yeah, okay, Jay. So today we're going to be installing and reviewing and hearing the AWE True Dual Exhaust. We're going to say all day, so I apologize.
I wish I knew what that stood for.
I don't know how sound quality is going to be of the exhausts. So we got these little mics. Jay's got a mic, I got a mic, so hopefully our voices sound great, but we're using just the mic on this Action 3 DJI camera. So we're gonna hear how the truck sounds stock because we gotta hear that so we have a comparison, and at the end of the video I'll splice them together so you can hear it. So if you're not familiar or you're looking to buy the truck and you're looking at exhaust before that, you do have the option of open valve, closed valve on these trucks.
I will say this, for a stock exhaust with the valves open, it sounds really good. The downside is you have to leave it in sport mode all the time, which does use up more fuel, and I think I was averaging like 13 miles to the gallon after the lift.
Ain't nobody buying these trucks for gas mileage, Jay.
You did. That's why you got the Duramax.
Well, I know. That's why I didn't get the 6.2. Ain't no one buying a 6.2 who cares about gas mileage.
But at least I'll be able to go into normal mode now.
Oh, 7 liter. Sorry, you baby 6.2 guys.
I know, right?
So like in any true fashion, when we install exhaust here at the Lethal Garage, we got to hear what the stock sounds like first.
I don't know where my keys are.
And he's got to go find his keys.
I think I might have left them in the truck.
The other curveball that Jay loves to do, he did this with the amp side steps. He did this with, what else? With the other exhaust? I don't even remember.
Jen has them.
He didn't open the boxes to make sure we got everything. So this may get dead in a track.
We like to live
tracks.
We like to live dangerously.
We like to hope AWE included everything in the box. We're going to find out real quick here. But let's hear how his stock truck, now keep in mind, these are little microphones. They ain't gonna sound perfect or super great through the internet. Take our words for it when we tell you how we feel about the sounds. We're car guys, we like V8s, we like the sounds of rumbly 6.2 exhaust. I have a 6th gen Camaro race car with a stainless work system. I got a 71 Camaro with an LS7 in it with a Hooker Blackheart system. Jay's, like, I had multiple exhaust systems on my Ram. Jay had
just the
Borla on his, and yeah, so we're exhaust guys.
I had the Borla attack on mine.
It will be interesting because I think Jay likes a little more tame noise than I do.
This one should be pretty loud, actually.
We'll find out. Well, let's hear how the stock sounds first. Go give him some revs. Can you close it? Close the valves. Oh. One more. But opening the box, you get all these pieces. And then there's a bag full of parts with the, what'd you call this thing?
Valve canceller.
But yeah, a couple pieces, couple exhausts. This is a lot of pieces. I was like, what the heck? It's
Well,
but I guess the manual is online.
Yep, it's all online.
So now it's Jay. Jay's the manual. Manuel.
Well, I know the first couple steps we need to do is drop the spare and then take out the heat shield for the spare. I know that's the first things we have to do.
That should be easy. And then I guess there's some Sawzall action.
I like how every piece also has a QR code on there, so you can scan it and see, like, it brings up the manual with it.
I'll put some safety glasses on. It's important to be safe and wear all the proper gear when you're working on vehicles.
Have we not learned our lesson?
I mean, I still have all my toes. How's your face? Wait, that's upside down. How's your face? Last time we worked on a vehicle.
That's not like an insult.
Is it still red?
Yeah, there's still a red spot.
So the installation is, did it break?
I got this.
I gave Jay the cheap glasses, I'm sorry. This installation requires a couple cuts. As you know if you don't know, the ZR2 has a single pipe so that it comes together in a big collector and goes into like a 5-inch huge pipe. I'll show you when we get down there. So we are going to need a Sawzall or something equivalent. I have a couple of Milwaukee's, so I have the Hacksaw and a Sawzall with Diablo blades. It should cut through. We're going to find out. I'm going to make Jay do the cutting because it's his truck.
Makes sense.
If he messes up, then it's his fault, not mine. So we've opened it up. We got to get down there. We're going to show you where the cuts need to take place at. They're just after the catalytic converters. So this does keep your cats on the truck, which is great if you're in California and you have a cop that pulls you over and gets angry.
Do you think aw means aw yeah?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Because this is the 0FG.
Well, I was going to say that. So being the 0FG, which is a great acronym.
Zero fricks given.
Yep. It makes you wonder if AWE actually is an acronym that stands for something even better. Like, never mind. I'm not going to say what I just thought. We got it. It's passenger side was what, 2
2 3/4.
2 3/4.
So that would be right.
From the weld.
This weld.
Correct. As shown in their diagram.
Yeah.
Where Jay wanted me to get my wife's fabric.
Well, that's only for the bent on the other side. This is literally just right in front of the weld. Is all this measurement is.
Yeah. And then the other one is
2 5/16 from the cat.
So it's going to be like right where the bend is.
Yeah, it's much like more over here.
Can I get in your way?
Is it though?
What?
No, I guess it's not.
You're the one who looked at the picture?
Yeah, so 2 5/16 would be right there. It's technically...
It's right before the bend. So we made our marks, and basically this is where we need to cut, and I think we have to cut the exhaust.
I like how we skipped all the other stuff, which was like take out the tire, take out the...
Oh yeah, we gotta do that too. Okay, that first side cut like butter. I went ahead, these are the Diablo blades. You can get these at Home Depot or Harbor Freight or whatever. They're really good for like one good cut. Like obviously the blade has more life to it, but different. But I just like swapping them out. They're so cheap, why not? It just makes it easier so you're not like trying to leverage and put all your body weight against it to get the cut. So by the way, we're doing this completely out of order. So we're supposed to remove the spare tire
on purpose.
And heat shield. Is it a heat shield? It's like a.
They call it a heat shield.
I guess it's a heat shield to protect it from the exhaust. Is that going back in?
Yeah. It makes it easier dealing with the dual pipes on the back.
That's fine. So we're gonna we're gonna get the spare tire out of the way. We're gonna get the heat shield out of the way. If you've never lowered a tire in these, pretty straightforward. We'll show it to you, but it's gonna be really quick.
He's like, I just didn't want to spin it the extra 9 times.
I was too lazy to do like 7 more spins.
The tire's actually caught on the diff, so you're good. We can pull that through. Tire down. This is the shield they want you to remove. It's a bunch of 13mm bolts, 6 of them in total.
That's what's weird about this truck is all the bolts are metric.
Do yourself a favor and don't touch any part of your frame.
So nasty.
Heat shield removed, tire drop. We jumped ahead and we cut those fronts, as you saw. But at this point, we're gonna start removing hangers, and then there's a ball joint on the, let's just show you. So there's a ball clamp just behind this.
It's like a V-band, but only it can rotate rather than being like 2 edges locked together.
Yeah. So that's actually gonna separate the exhaust.
This is why we did this out of order. They had us remove all that, then cut. According to
yeah, we're smart. It's fine, it works.
Could try spraying that with a little bit of oil and let it sit for a second.
It was some silicone spray.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you're supposed to spray all these hangers with silicone spray. We did that. I dead blowed it from this angle. I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but this is a exhaust hanger like punch out tool. Like it just allows you to punch it out. Usually you just manhandle it, right? Like you just suck it up, get it done. But I was like, fine, I'm gonna try it. Dude, this thing's pretty sick.
There it goes. Yeah, I got it.
Like, look at that.
It can't fall on us either because of the crossbar.
Would you look at that? I mean, it works.
So what we'll do now is we'll unbolt the crossover pipe there.
Which one? What are you talking
Look over there where the spare was. Look up where the crossover pipe is.
about? Oh, right there.
Driver's side. Yeah, we'll
Yes.
undo that. Take that side out.
Okay, so there's an actuator. That's right. I can't see nothing. Right here. You got a plug. Just so you know, on the top side, there is a gray clip. I'm gonna try to show you the gray clip right here. You can use a flathead screwdriver or a fingernail, pull that back, and then this just unplugs. Now, where this cable goes up to, there's 2 zip ties right here. These are I believe they're one-time use style zip ties. So are we cutting these?
Yeah, because we're not zip tying it back to that at all.
Oh, we're not?
That's coming out. It's with
Okay.
it's with the pipe.
Oh, that's right. So it doesn't, you're gonna cut these, who cares? Because this is going somewhere else when you put your new exhaust in, so.
We're just zip tied up there with the module.
Do I have my side cutters?
Yeah, they're right there.
Wait, I use my fancy snap-on side cutters. Just cut the wire, right?
Yeah, it's a quick and easy way. And then connect them together.
Oh, that was easy. Jay's messing around with the
Yeah, what's this zip tie?
actuator, canceller,
up
thing
there or
like that.
something?
I got tons of zip ties. So at this point, I'm gonna disconnect. Well, I guess it's this side. So this side's gonna come out. Jay,
Do you want to undo that hanger first? That way when it unbolts, you can just take it out.
Well, when I unbolt it, it's just gonna slide out anyways. It's a perma one. I
Oh,
couldn't
it's
slide it out.
unbolted then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they want the whole exhaust to come back, because it's the same kind on this side too.
Right.
But Jay's gonna cut.
Yeah.
He doesn't think we're gonna clear. And it's pretty wonky. And there's been videos of people trying to get these out and it's wasting so much time.
Well, the problem is to get it to clear the back and the bumper, it's got to tilt down, and you can't because of the pipe right here that's going all the way to the front of the truck.
Well, and you don't care about your stock exhaust anyways.
No, it's not going to go back on.
So he's gonna cut it right here with a Sawzall, and then we'll just be able to pull this out, and then this piece will come out, and we'll be done. Exhaust out.
It kicked.
Did you already?
I bent the blade.
It's fine. It's a Diablo blade. They're supposed to be bent.
All right.
And Brent press a stock muffler.
They're heavy. Holy
That
cow.
weighs at least 5 pounds. Jay ended up doing a double cut because the blade on the saw wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
But I gave him the big Sawzall, so it just sliced through it like butter.
I did. Oh! Do you see why I was like, there's no way we're going to get that muffler and everything out through there? Yeah.
I just didn't want it to drag. Hey Jay, your exhaust is all the way off at the cats. You know what that means, right?
Loud noises.
Yeah. Well, that was disappointing.
Didn't sound anything like NASCAR.
I mean, we can get some chambers. What do they call those?
Glass packs.
No, not the glass packs. The boom tubes.
Oh, boom tubes.
You gotta get a boom tube on your truck.
That sounds like a My Script Garage video right there.
Derek, we need some boom tubes for Jay. He's never gonna see this video. Jay went down there with a Dremel and a flat pad and got the deburrs off our cuts. So that's good. Now we're looking at the instructions to basically Lego these pieces out. So we're looking, starting obviously from the front of the truck, working our way back. And what pieces did you grab?
E13 and E14.
So E13,
that's
is
the
that
crossover pipe from the driver's side.
So E13 is the crossover pipe from the driver's side. And then 14 is a smaller tube right here. And we'll show you this under the
So this is a side A and
but
a
it's
side
calling
B.
to get a some of the clamps that are in there. They are 13mm nuts on there, so we'll get those in place and start tightening them up one at a time. Okay, guys, we're under the truck right now. Sorry if it's a little windy.
Oh,
so inside the package, there's going to be two 2.5-inch clamps for the connections to where we cut. As I mentioned earlier, Jay cleaned up the. Hey, stop! Hold on. Jay cleaned up the cuts, so we didn't have any burrs. Just know if there are burrs, it will cause complications in sliding the new pipes over your cuts. We're leaving these all loose. I'm like, we're leaving these loose, but I can't even move it. We're gonna leave them loose, and then once we feel like the H pipe and all the next pieces, because we're basically just going in order. So we got Jay just put the H pipe in as I started recording, and we obviously put our clamps in place so that way we don't get hosed by that. And we're just working our way back, and that's how you do this. Now they call out in the instructions something about this H pipe coming over, and if you can't get it aligned right, you have to loosen something with the catalytic converter, driver's side catalytic converter. Clamp. I'm calling BS. We ain't doing that.
How far away is it?
But we have enough movement and spacing with these pipes
right
loose.
It's easy to get to.
If you have WD-40 or silicone lube spray, it comes in really handy at this point, because then you can just slide your pipes in and out, no problem, super easy. Jay is anti-lube, and I've converted him to the light side.
I didn't put any on there.
Yet. He hasn't put any on there yet. So we're just going through this. Sorry, maybe one of us will take turns holding the camera here, but it's really just working your way back. The instructions highlight exactly what piece goes where. One concern Jay had was how these may and may not be touching. Do know that
they're not going to be able to clang because they're being connected by the H pipe.
Well,
so
there's that.
There's no way they can move.
I mainly just wanted to highlight that these pipes will move back and forth. Like this coming down moves this whole thing back and gives you more clearance on this small pipe coming here up from the passenger side. But we're gonna worry about fitment after we get everything sit in place and start working our way back. So, and sorry, the camera angle's down. Our ears were high-fiving earlier. So it's just, if you have like a big lift and you can stand under the vehicle, obviously a lot better. We're just laying in the driveway, blood flowing wrong ways, and we'll all pass out later. Okay, now that we got the passenger side muffler in place, we're sliding E16 with the bend.
And it says bottom it out all the way.
And that one actually slides in really nicely.
Really easy, yeah.
But
I did pre-lube
you
it
can see why they had to do it this way. So you can see the bend.
And then it says make sure that
towards
this
the drive shaft.
Bend is towards the drive shaft, yeah.
All right, making progress. Even with, I mean, you're not gonna want to have a person under here holding these pipes in place, so being on the ground, jack stands are really nice. But we're at the point now where we got both mufflers in place, looking good. The big one here is you want to make sure this is rotated appropriately vertically, so the jog on this one comes up and over, and it's going to position the pipe above. Well, it's probably still alongside. This stand is not holding that right now. But now we got to get the extension pipes that actually have the hangers on them. So actually, once we get these in place, then the jack stands won't be needed.
Yeah,
so.
And we do the passenger side over axle pipe first.
So I should probably go to the back and kind of just sit there and feed it in like I was sitting when I took that one out.
Yeah, and then we have a hanger on this pipe too.
So I put the clamps already on the two exhaust pipes. Jay's gonna feed me the first passenger side. I wonder if there's a place I can mount.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be right. It's not bottomed out though. There.
There's a bueno. Come on, camera, come out.
Wow, I really did a good job tightening that up.
I totally just put my head on the goop right there. Yeah. I think I took my hair out. Oh, that's good.
So there was an unused clip here and here, so I just used that for my canceller harness right there. And when I turned on the truck a second ago and we were doing the revving with just the cats, I did not get an engine light. So.
Perfect. I think usually that takes a second though.
Well, I also didn't try changing the mode.
Oh, okay. So we got, is this 19? I think it was 19.
This was 20, the passenger side's 19. No, passenger side's 20, driver side's 19.
So we got this in place. It was hanging down. I quickly grabbed the pipe. I slid it into here. That allowed the angle to come down and just slide it right on in.
Have a gun.
But don't forget your clamp. Basically, we're loosely putting everything in place. We've kind of tightened one side here and there just so the pipes aren't like pulling out.
Hey, you know the easy way to also, little pro tip to know which way the mufflers go? The weep hole is on the bottom. the water weep hole. So if you can't see the holes, the mufflers are upside down.
That's a good one. That's good. But we're gonna get the rest of these pipes in, so the hangers just have this last side right here. Gonna get into the hanger here, get the clamp on this bad boy, and then we're gonna go all the way back to the front and start tightening everything back. And I'm gonna have Jay float so he can like make sure there's no pipes touching and vibrating and everything's at the right angles and all that.
It's nice there's enough room under here to fit a true 3-inch build.
There's a lot of, I can see why these aren't cheap.
This was
there's a lot of material in this system.
It was like $2,400.
That's not terrible. I mean, if you think about it, like my car, for like my 71 Camaro, it was $1,400.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot here.
Yep. Seems to be pretty well constructed too.
Yeah, no, and one thing I'll highlight is, and I've ran across this with quite a few brands where you pull pipes out of the box and like from the bends that they do, their machines will scuff them and they'll be sharp. I haven't ran across that on one piece in this kit. This kit's very nicely built. They definitely paid attention, are bending the pipes properly and not over bending them or scarring the outside. It's a really nice kit. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like, because
Me too.
I mean,
I've heard their videos, but you can't tell.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, some people will ask like, well, why does this kit have an H pipe versus an X pipe versus, there's a lot of different ones. H pipes are old school. They give you a nice deep tone. I don't think you're picking, like, exhaust systems aren't giving you power. Like, you're not picking up horsepower.
H pipes are specifically for sound.
Yeah.
X pipes tend to be about flow equalization.
X pipes is flow for sure. You do get a different sound out of an X pipe, but if you like the deep sound, like deep exhaust sounds from V8s, I think H pipes have always been the best way to go. My 71 has an X pipe. That's just how it came. I actually considered going down and having someone make an H pipe for it just to see how much of a difference that makes. But let's get this buttoned up and aligned and all that greatness, and then we're gonna see how this bad boy sounds. Okay, we got the tire in place. We put the heat shield back in place. We tightened the two backs. Now, are you going under?
Yeah.
Jay's gonna go under from the front. We're gonna start verifying everything, tighten everything up, and we're gonna cut to the sounds. That is a lot louder.
Yeah. It's louder than just the cats.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I like it though.
It sounds way better. Like
Than stock?
an idle sounds just menacing.
Yeah, now it sounds like a 6.2. So yeah, that's what the bash guard is, how the pipes are tucked up under the bumper like OEM. You can get them with the quad tips, but I didn't want to have the tips sticking out here because one of the things with the ZR2 is...
It gets rid of the HDMI plugs.
Yeah. Well, no, the quad pipe, I mean, that's like the RST and like yours have that, right?
Yeah.
Or it's in the bumper? Yeah, so mine would have just hung down under here.
Yeah, that looked weird.
I thought it would not have formed to the bumper, it would look dumb. So I like the pipes tucked away.
I don't know how this camera does driving audio, so apologies if it's not good. But it's pretty quiet in the cab.
throaty.
Yeah, definitely. It's not overpowering.
Yeah.
Should go that way. Should go, yeah, left.
It sounds like a 6.2 now.
Yeah.
But there's no drone at all, which is what they advertise.
Yeah, there is none.
None at all.
Well, we haven't gone 70 miles an hour.
I don't think we're going to, because it's not just the speed; it's the RPM. Like if
True.
it was gonna drone, you'd still hear it at that RPM. Wherever it's at.
I don't know, with how thick that material is, it just doesn't.
Windows up, idle. You can't even hear the damn thing. Like you hear the blinker, right?
Yeah.
So I think it would
Spaceship
be like
sounds. Oh, here's into
it's like wife and kid approved.
it.
Makes all the sounds, but not inside.
Well, next when you turn out the light down here, like you could definitely hear it when you get on it in the cab,
Yeah.
but it's not like, good lord, that sun is. Hello. I don't even know if my camera mic's gonna pick up
Yeah, I don't think
the
so.
idle, like just the low speed driving.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, it's loud outside, like it's loud, much louder than stock, but the insulation in this truck is so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Microphone's working. Okay, Jay, well, let's get final thoughts of what you think while you're still driving it and hearing it.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's not obnoxiously loud. At least from the outside, I can't tell. But inside, it's definitely not that loud. I think the truck insulation's part of that. Their 180 technology, I don't know if that's just marketing fluff or if it really works, but they advertise the 180 technology in their mufflers. But I can hear my truck now. It sounds like a truck again. Even with the Chevy Sport exhaust on the ZR2, it was a little louder. But then I like now that I can be in normal mode and not have the more aggressive shift points and stuff and just be cruising around and still hear my truck. Because I had no valve control. There's no valve button like you could do on some cars have a manual button for the valve. Even the Camaros don't have that. It's tied to the mode. So I like that.
You can manually do it on the computer.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you could do the individual settings, but you can't do that on the truck.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go in until it opened the valve. So also too, it's going to be freer flowing, I assume. I mean, it's 2 3-inch exhaust now with a H pipe. Probably not going to do a damn thing for performance or horsepower, but I'm just happy with the way it sounds.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, I can vouch for it. The first thing he told me when he picked up the truck is like, man, I wish I could hear my truck. That was the only thing that bugged him about it. So now you got your lift kit, your wheels, your tires.
My steps.
And exhaust. You're almost better than a SEMA build.
Well, it's better than a SEMA build. It can drive under its own power.
No, the lift kit actually has proper welds.
And it doesn't have Bluetooth drive shaft.
Oh, so funny. Well, there you have it. AW exhaust install. Huge shout out. Thanks for Jay for coming over and letting me help him with that and record a video for it. Don't know how many of you guys are interested in this product, but let us know in the comments below. And for all you Chevy lovers out there, Jay's got the ZR2. I got the Trail Boss. There's tons more Silverado videos coming. I got a lot of content coming out on. I purchased a bunch of stuff. I got a lot of PPE stuff coming. So, ooh, I want to show you the forged carbon intake that I got
For
my truck.
really?
Dude, it's
A forged carbon intake for a diesel truck?
Dude, it's sick. So, anyways, till next time, guys. I'll see you on the road.